Salim's question is, I understand escrow is good for safeguarding investment amount, and I think it works for buying any existing business. Question is, does it work for a new startup or new franchise? Great question, Salim. So the E-2 visa allows you to use an escrow option to safeguard your money if your purchase of an existing business is conditioned on E-2 visa approval. E-2 visa law gives you the risk mitigation of depositing your purchase money in that escrow account, which is a neutral third-party account holding your money in trust for the purchase contract to be satisfied. So once the visa is approved, satisfying the visa contingency clause, escrow will automatically transfer the purchase money to the seller so that the ownership can transfer to you and close the purchase. God forbid, if the visa is denied, then escrow will be instructed to return the money to the buyer and cancel the purchase agreement. So using the escrow option gives you safeguard, mitigates your financial risk. If you don't get the E-2 visa, you get your money back and purchase is canceled. Your financial risk is mitigated. Salim's question is, can you do the escrow option if your investment is a startup as opposed to buying an existing operating business? The simple answer is usually no, possibly part of the investment if your investment is in a franchise brand. The reason is the visa officers expect the E-2 applicant to set up the startup new business, at least to the point of being ready to open and demonstrating that it's an actual viable and active business before you apply for E-2 visa. The visa officer, they don't want a new business to be super early stage because they consider that too speculative of business. They want to be assured that when they issue the visa, the business will be promptly operating, employing people, generating income. So as a result, for a startup business, you have to spend your money to set up the business. Rent the facility, buy the equipment, buy the supplies, get all the business licenses. So for a startup type of business, you're actually expending the investment money on establishing the business to the point of being an active, viable new business enterprise. And so when you apply for the E-2 visa, the significant percentage of your investment capital has been used. It's gone. You bought the equipment, you pay for the marketing, you pay for the rent, money is used. So there's nothing to escrow. You can have a reasonable amount of working capital reserve, cash reserve held in your business account. That's fine. But that doesn't need to be in the escrow account. That could just simply be in your U.S. business account. Typically, I recommend 30% or less of your total investment be reserved as cash reserve in your U.S. business account. And that, of course, is recoverable to you because you own that business, you have full control of that money. If the visa is denied, you decide to close the business, you just withdraw that money to you. You don't need an escrow account. But the portion that's been spent to start up a business so you can demonstrate a viable enterprise to the visa officer, that's been utilized. Now, of course, if it's equipment and supplies, you can sell it off and recoup your capital through selling the asset. That's how you would recoup your money for a startup situation. Now, if your investment is in a franchise brand, you can negotiate. E-2 visa allows you to negotiate with the franchisor to put the franchise fee payment in an escrow account so that if the visa is not approved, escrow will return the money to you and cancel the franchise agreement, purchase agreement, and you recover your money that way. But the portion, if it's like a new territory franchise startup, you still going to have to spend a portion of your money to set up that new franchise business to the point of being a viable active business. But the portion that's for franchise fee, you can put that in escrow if the franchisor agree. Usually franchisor, in my years of experience, will want like a small percentage that's non-refundable, like 5% or 10%, and agree to escrow the 90 or 95% that is recoverable if your visa is denied and you choose not to reapply. Now, not every franchisor are going to agree to the escrowing of the franchise fee. We need what we call E-2 friendly franchisors. So franchisor, they don't have to agree to escrow the franchise fee. That's at their discretion. Now, once I become your attorney, I will refer you to that professional franchise broker that I work with and has a lot of experience E-2 investors. He will refer you, find E-2 friendly franchisors that are much more likely to agree to the escrow option for the franchise fee, or at least a portion of it.